Hi guys, it's Jackie, and today I wanted to do like a story time kind of video, and this is my first one and I want to make like a lot of them if you guys like them. And basically this story is just about how we went to Basslake. I don't really know how you pronounce it, but we went there and it was like obviously a lake, but there was like a bunch of, it was like it looked like kind of a small beach, and I thought that was really cool. But the ride there was kind of like, it was not fun at all because I was getting sick. Like, we stopped to get breakfast and we got breakfast and I started feeling really woozy and like really dizzy, and I was like, I was like mentally, like everyone was like, whoa, hey Jackie, let's start singing, whoa, and I was over here like, it's okay Jackie, don't worry, it's okay, you're not going to feel sick, you are fine, you're not going to throw up, you're not going to throw up, calm down, it's okay. I was over here trying to tell myself, don't throw up Jackie, you are fine, you are not going to throw up, and my stomach was doing like jumping jacks and somersaults, and I was like, oh, like, no, I can't. And then my sister, who was right next to me, actually ended up throwing up, and like the noises were so horrible. I just, no, I cannot do this, I need to know, no. And then like, she was throwing up in a bag, and it smelled so gross, and she knew that it was like, she knew that I was so gross. Look, so gross. Look, smell it. Putting her throw up bag on top of me, like, don't do that, I will throw up on you. Don't, I can't deal with throw up. So that was pretty bad. And then I was like, okay, how much do we have left? And it was like a 2.5 hour drive, maybe even more. And I was like, okay, can we just get there? And when we got there, there was like a bunch of food. There were salads, there was chips, Doritos, hot dogs, anything you could think of. Like basically a party. But I was not able to eat. I just was so grossed out with the throw up. I was so grossed out with the drive. My stomach felt so bad. Like I couldn't eat. I didn't eat anything there because I felt like I was going to throw up. So I just drank water and like Sprite because I couldn't. I just like, oh, you know what? I can't. I cannot. And my mom was like, come on, just eat something. You know, you'll feel better. And I was like, no. But then I was like, maybe if I go swimming. So we went swimming. That was pretty fun. I was like, oh, this day's getting pretty good, you know. It started with a rough start, but it's going uphill and turning into something pretty fun. So we went swimming, and the sand underneath the water was so soft. And as you were walking through the water, it just felt like heaven, heaven. And I was like, yes. So we swam, and then I swam for a pretty long time, and then I got tired, so I was like, oh, you know, let me go sit down. So we sat, I lay down in the sand, and there was a pretty cute guy there. Like, hey, babe, hey. So there was like this really cute guy, and I was like, and he was probably like, ew. But he was really cute, and I was like, ah. So then he was like, he had his little sister. Oh my god, his little sister was like 3 years old. She was the cutest thing ever. I wanted to keep her. I wanted to take her home. She had to be mine. And she was so cute. So I was like just on my phone texting my friend because I was like, oh, this is getting pretty boring. And after that, I was like, you know, I'm going to go change. Because I was pretty wet because of the swimming. And I was like pretty soaking wet. So I was like, let me go change. And I told my dad, hey, can you walk me up there? Because it was like this hill you had to go up to go to a bathroom. And I went there and I changed. And then it started freaking raining. It started raining. And I was like, what? Like, I just changed. And I had my Eminem shirt. I was like, I don't want my Eminem shirt to get ruined. Like, that's Bay's merch. Like, so then it got all wet. And I was like, ugh. But look. Luckily, I was wearing a hoodie, a purple hoodie, and some shorts, and it was cold. So I was wearing some shorts and a hoodie, and the hoodie got soaking wet. It was just, ugh. But then, when we went back, we had like these little tents. So anyways, back to the story. So it started hailing, and I was like, oh gosh, why did I say, can it get any worse? Because obviously it was going to get worse because I jinxed it. And I was like, oh. So I started healing, and I was like, gosh. I had shorts on, so literally the ice was like hitting me. And I was like, no. But then I saw that cute guy. I was like, hey. But he had a muscle shirt on and shorts. And then I was like, well, I'm freezing to death, and I have a hoodie on. Imagine how he was. He was like this. And I was like, I felt bad for him, like, oh. And then his mom is really nice, but she gets really nervous. So like if it's raining or thunder or anything like that, she'll be like, oh my god, oh my. She'll have like a panic attack. And so it started like, you could hear thunder. So she started overreacting and like really scared, and he was shaking of like how cold he was. And the mom was like, hurry up, get the things, put them in the car now. What are you doing standing there? I was like, and I was like trying to get the stuff loaded to the car too, because my mom was like, you know, you have to help too, because I don't care if you die, you need to help. So I helped, and I was taking the stuff, and there was like these weird railings, and there was no other way we could get up, because if we went up the hill, that would take such a long time, and we would get everything wet, and we would get wet, and we might get sick. So we took the easier route, but that was not even easier, because we were gonna slip and fall and kill ourselves, because it was so slippery. So I was like, they told me, okay, go ahead, get on. And I was trying to climb up, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna die. I could feel myself slipping. I can't do this. So then there was this guy that was like in his late 20s, early 30s, and he was like, here. And he gave me his hand, and he pulled me up in like 5 seconds, and I was like, yes. So he helped me up, and I just ran to the car, and I was like, oh hell no, I need to put all the stuff in, get in there, lock the door, and stay in there, not open it for anyone except for Bay, you know. If he comes, give him shelter. And then I was like, finally, this is over, thank God. And then my mom and my dad still had to go get all the stuff, so they took like 2 to 3 trips more. And then after a while, sitting there in the heat, because we put the hot heat in the car, and we turned on the heating, I guess, I don't really know what it's called, but we turned it on, and we were like, oh thank God, it's so warm, thank God it's over. So then we were like, we didn't know the route back, so we had to wait for everyone to finish loading the car so we could go back to safe environments. So then we waited for them, and we took the route back, which was like 2 hours again, which is like, oh my God, really? And I'm pretty sure I fell asleep on the way. But when we got home, I was like soaking wet, and I was cold, and I was hungry because I didn't even eat, and I was tired, and I was like, oh, what is my life? So I took off the wet clothes, and I put my pajamas on, and then I went to sleep, and that's it. So basically, our trip went from bad to good to bad to good, because, you know, I got sleep over there. So yeah. But anyways, so the moral of the story is, like, be sure to take a lot of people to help you load stuff in the car, and make sure that there's not a freaking thunderstorm of hell when you go places. So just make sure, check the weather, I don't know if it would have said there's going to be a thunderstorm, but you could check the weather to see how it's going to be. So check the weather, take only things that you need, and not over excessively take your whole house, because you don't want your house to get ruined. So just take the necessities, take food that you're going to eat. Try not to get sick on the way. I don't know how you could possibly not get sick. So give this video a big thumbs up, and comment below if you've ever had any situation like this or anything worse, because I would really want to hear that so it can make me feel better about my bad field trip thing. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and yeah. So comment below if you want to see any more videos of these, because I have many stories, because my life is kind of crazy. So comment if you want to hear any paranormal activity stories, because pretty creepy stories about ghosts. Any awkward situations, because have you seen how awkward I am? There's not a single day in my life something awkward does not happen. If you were my friend, Anna Leslie, you know how my life is, you know. pretty awkward situation. Pretty awkward. So I have really awkward situations happening to me all the time, everywhere, school, house, the mall, outside world, anywhere you could think of, probably something awkward is going to happen. So any scary stories you want to hear that have happened to me, any awkward situations, just any kind of story that you want to hear, comment below if you want to hear any more stories. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.